Good morning. It is actually New Year's Eve. Welcome to another vlog. Jordan and I are actually getting ready to head out and we are starting the fun wedding planning process, and we're gonna go check out venues. We have an appointment today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So today we're going to one that we really like and all that. It's our number one pick actually. So yeah, we're gonna head out and check out the venue and, you know, do all that and what all that entails. I'm not really sure. I've never been a bride before, or a bride-to-be before. And yeah, so I think I said this in a previous video. I'm not gonna really show like pictures or talk about dates or anything that we're looking at because just for privacy reasons. But we can give you our thoughts on the venue and all that. So we're gonna go ahead and head out. Okay, so as I'm editing this video, I'm like realizing that I hadn't really explained what we were actually looking for in venues. So I figured I'd just pop in and just let you know. So we were definitely wanting an outdoor ceremony with like an indoor reception or like an outdoor feel, but we were hoping to just have the ceremony outside. I know that's kind of crazy in Texas because the weather is very unpredictable. So we wanted that, and we wanted to kind of be in nature. We wanted to be surrounded by trees and just beautiful landscaping and all that. And then the inside, we wanted to have a very beautiful structure. We were thinking more of like a lodgy kind of cabin feel or even like ranch style, but we wanted something with a lot of wood. And also we didn't want something where we had to like decorate it a whole lot. We just wanted like the beauty of the venue to kind of take focus. And I feel like what we picked definitely suits that. But I wanted to jump in here. Like, we're going for like rustic elegance is what I think it was been calling it. And our colors of navy and forest green and silver definitely go along with that. And, you know, they go well with like wood and different stains of wood and all of that. So I wanted to pop in and like kind of be very clear, like kind of what we were looking for. Cause I feel like I don't think I explained it very well in this video, but yeah, so we're looking for like a rustic elegance with like obviously outdoors, lots of wood, lots of nature. So yeah, that's what we're looking for when we went shopping for venues. Hello. So today has kind of got away from us. We're actually leaving this board game store called Madness. But figured let you know our thoughts on that venue we checked out this morning. It was our number one. And right now still is. Everyone was really nice. Everyone that we kind of talked to was willing to answer questions, gave actually suggestions of things we can do at the different locations. They have 2 locations at that particular venue of where we can have the ceremony and reception. Yeah, they've been very communicative. As soon as we've reached out to them, they were like already texting, emailing, which I know to some people that can get really annoying, but it was not in an overbearing way. It was just, hey, letting you know that like if you have any questions, let us know. And then when we do have questions, they just answer them honestly. And there wasn't really a question that seemed off limits.
No, not really. And then like they also, when we first reached out to them, they emailed back like on like Christmas Day, which was extremely surprising because like one, they're closed, and 2 were like,
it's okay.
It's Christmas Day, you don't need to be.
Yeah, it's okay. Like, don't worry about it. But yeah, they've been, and like I said, all the girls are really nice that we've talked to and interacted with. So yeah, so that's definitely in the running. But because that place, and obviously it seems like they do a really good job, that place is definitely very booked. So that's a little concerning, just with dates and things like that, and how quickly it'll fill up where we may not be able to go there. So, but you know, still in the running. We still have our options open, and then we're seeing one tomorrow and one Sunday. So, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll have a decision by Sunday.
Sunday, Monday.
Sunday, Monday,
yeah.
Tuesday, whatever.
Yeah.
That's the other thing too, is that they've had a full-on list of vendors that they have worked with. And it's not like they have approved vendors, it's just vendors they've worked with and just have built a relationship with. And they were very, well, she was quick to, you know, answer the question of like, look, none of the vendors are paying to be on our list of, you know, suggested vendors. So it's, and I think it was reiterated in like a lot of their paperwork that they gave us. Yeah, they gave us a full-on thing, and they included some marketing pamphlets for a bunch of vendors as well, which was definitely very helpful because it include prices and all that on a lot of those flyers and, you know, different business cards and things like that. So definitely a lot to think about, obviously, after the very first one, but we'll see. Right now we're on our way to Target to get provisions for this evening since today is New Year's Eve. We're just probably going to be home and play games, nothing crazy, since we have to get up early tomorrow. But yeah, we'll check back in with y'all later. Hello, Happy New Year. We are on our way to venue number 2 to take a look at. It's actually pretty far from where we live. Well, I say relatively, like 30 to 40 minutes, maybe 45.
But so is the other one. So
and this one was our number 2. I guess we're kind of doing them in order, like one we really want, number 2, and like
it also just kind of worked out that was available and when they got back to us. So
yeah. It's again another indoor-outdoor venue. That's kind of what we're wanting. So all the venues that we're looking at and would tour are that kind of a style that have backups for, you know, when it does rain or whatever inclement weather. Because we are in Texas, so we have no idea what the weather's gonna be like on the actual day.
Yeah.
But we're excited about this one. I'm excited. I do like the outdoor ceremony area, at least in the pictures. So we will let you know our thoughts after the tour. Okay, we just finished with the tour. Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Honestly, a beautiful place. Definitely along with the vibe that we're going for, where it's beautiful and elegant, but not necessarily and not necessarily super formal. I don't think we would have to do a lot of decor. I think there was a wedding being set up there, which, side note though, they had us go in the bridal suite even though a bride was in there. I stayed out of it. I felt really uncomfortable. I was like, that was like a little concerning, but if that takes 2 seconds out of my day, if I'm the bride, I'm whatever about it. Like, it is what it is. That venue is just honestly just, you know, they're trying to make money, so they're doing tours. But that place was beautiful. There was a lot that they offer. However, there was a lot of extras, like the fire pit. If we wanted to do the fire pit's an extra $200.
It's not bad though
but
it's really just paying for the attendant to be there.
Right. And then it's like, okay, well, if we do that, then we almost feel obligated to do the s'mores and stuff like that. There was some lawn game. They said that there's some lawn games, so that'd be fun for people to do if it's not too hot. There's really nice separate, you know, groom and bridal suites where it's done very elegantly, so like you can take nice pictures in there, both for the bride and the groom's parties. And they were big enough because I know my family. If they're not involved, like if they're not part of the bridal party, they're still gonna be in there and want to help and assist and all that, which is great. I mean, I don't think a lot of people can say that. Like I said, it was beautiful wooden. They said the wood is from a barn in Wisconsin that's over 100 years old, which is a nice touch. There's a beautiful fireplace. What else?
Very beautiful fireplace, honestly.
Yeah, it was a very beautiful fireplace. Very similar to the one we saw yesterday in terms of that. View was great. Where the cocktail hour was great. Where I'd walk down the aisle was beautiful.
They had a few outdoor areas that were like kind of like separated but all along the same path, so it was like you could have your own area for like different parties, I guess, but not be so far away that you're going to be out of the picture,
or you're out of the wedding or anything like that, or you're leaving the event kind of a thing. And we kind of keep trying to keep that in mind because there are going to be some kids that are going to be, I'm assuming, going to our wedding, so we wanted to keep that in mind where, you know, they may not necessarily want to be inside or whatever, you know, just have their own section.
I thought the window to the bar on the outside patio
was smart. Really nice. That's smart. And then it was a very nice bar. I like the fact that there is a separate like room nook that kind of has like different things. They said it's been a photo booth, it's been a section for kids, it's been like the buffet area. I do like that idea. And they're also like the idea of the buffet area and being set up next to the bar. I'm just kind of concerned with how much extra we're gonna have to go find and get.
Yeah.
Compared to the last one. But I also did like that they had like decor that we could use if we wanted, but I'm not really worried about that.
Yeah, they had a whole lot of stuff like art easels, some outside chandeliers, candles and stuff that we could use like for free of charge. That was all included in the venue from my understanding.
Right.
So that's all really nice touches, and so that'll prevents us from having to bring stuff in. But I feel like a lot of that's going to be included in other vendors' packages either. So it's like
right. So it's like it's a nice touch, but not necessary. But
yeah.
you know, so there's like pros and cons. I think we just have to look over the contract of what really is included, and all that. But realistically, if we did it booked to the days and months that we're wanting to do, it'll probably end up being the same price for what we get from yesterday's venue. Or at least very, very
in
close.
the months with the discounts we'd get,
Yeah, so that's like just something to think about. We did really like it, and there was some, like I said, pros and cons to it. But we'll see. I think after tomorrow, I think we will really have a better idea.
Yeah, we'll see what tomorrow's like. And,
yeah.
Kind of tomorrow's venue, we're a little worried is going to be very much just you pay for the building.
And that's it.
and everything else you got to get yourself. So it's,
right, which sounds like honestly too much in my opinion, especially if there's other options that are just as beautiful where we can get more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see, but we got to keep that in mind.
For sure.
Well, it has gotten extremely cold here in Dallas, and now we're just kind of in for the night. So I figured I'd do a puzzle, and I thought this was super cute. I believe I got this at Milo. Do you mind? I believe this I got at either Box Lunch or I found it on Amazon. Of course, I'll find it and link it down below. But isn't that cute with all the old school, princesses and kind of the stained glass yeah, so I'm going to tackle this tonight and just kind of relax for the rest of the evening. Also, side note, I popped off my nails. They were just honestly falling off. But I think tomorrow morning, what I'm going to do after like editing and doing computer work, I'm going to put on the stickies. But for tonight, we're just going to try and see if we can tackle this crazy puzzle. Good morning. Well, this is not the best lighting, but we are headed to another venue. Last night we just honestly just worked on the puzzle, and we actually went to bed early. We've just been tired. We're going actually to 2 more venues today. We booked a tour for one last night, but we feel like we've kind of made a decision on where we're gonna go. All that will be decided later. Yeah. And luckily it would be within the timeline we want to do. I'll go more into detail with that obviously when it's booked, and that when we start going into the wedding planning process. But we are both excited. Yeah, it is currently 27 degrees or 24 degrees. I think that's what the car said. That's why we're all bundled up, and yeah, so we're off to tour number 1 for today.
Okay, so we just finished. Is that on my face? Anyways, we just finished the tour of that place, and I don't think we're gonna go with that one either. It was very beautiful, very unique. It was a historical place, so that would have been really, really cool. However, I was disappointed with the ceremony area, and it just didn't feel right, like, for us and what we were looking for. We want to be in nature more, and it was, don't get me wrong, it was really, really cool, but it looked more like rustic city, and then like art gallery kind of a feel with like and then it was really, the reception area was really cool. It had all covered in wood, bunch of cool lights, chandeliers or whatever, but I don't think that one was for us. And I went into the tour knowing that they weren't going to offer a lot, but however, that was actually not the case. They actually offered a lot more than was kind of perceived online, which was, interesting. But they did like reiterate that we would be the only people there. We get a very long rental time. We could be there the whole day to set things up, and they offered a lot of things with additional charges, of course, but it'd be nice if things like rentals that are already there, we don't have to worry about like them getting transported or whatever. But I don't think we'll go with that one, but it was really cool, and it was, good. It was just another thing to compare to, but I honestly think we've made our decision on where.
I'm pretty sure we have, as to it being historic, then you gotta deal with like some things that just aren't necessarily like updated. Like in that case, like some of the floors were slanted, even in the reception hall now. Granted, they were planning on redoing the floors.
Yeah, and then and the ceremony had uneven cement floor. Yeah,
so the chairs would be wobbly, or her walking down the aisle, depending on how we had it set up. And honestly, me walking down the aisle, I'm a little clumsy sometimes too. But there's always a chance that someone's going to trip over something, and that's just, you don't want to see that.
Right, and although it would be funny, but it'd be a funny memory, but in the moment, I don't think any of us would be happy about it.
No, especially if it was one of us. It was one of our groomsmen or bridesmaids. Like, we'd be laughing.
We'd be laughing hysterically, but I don't.
Very cool, very nice.
I just don't think for us.
Just not in ours for what we're looking for. So.
No, not what we're looking for. So I think that was the other thing. There was no groom suite. There was a bridal suite, which, by the way, that bridal suite was actually very small for a bridal suite.
Yeah, compared to a lot of other places we've seen. Yes.
And also places I've been in, just in different weddings and all that. But there was no groom suite at all. So Jordan had a good question. I was like, where am I supposed to go?
Yeah, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I just supposed to stay at home all day long? Like, that's cool and all,
wait.
But, like, yeah.
So, yeah. So I think we've knocked that off, and so I think we honestly have found a place. So I don't know, we'll have to see. But I think that was a good experience for us to do. I didn't want to do too many tours, to be honest, but we did 4, and I've heard of people do like 10, and I'm like, how? Because I would get so confused from that, because we're looking at a specific look. We end up looking at a lot of venues, obviously, that look like that. My arm is like dying, sorry. And so they all end up blending together. I did not want that to happen, because I don't want to end up choosing the one that was not actually the one I wanted.
Well, yeah, but I think, for us, we had a pretty decent idea going into our wedding venue search as to what we were looking for, what we kind of wanted it to look like. And there's some couples that they're not sure, so they're going and looking at tons of different spaces that all look. Yes, they start narrowing it down at the end. Yeah. And then maybe they find a place that they really like, or one of the first places that they found. But it's like, for us, even with 4 searches, we always found something new to ask, or something new that we liked.
Right, which I think is super helpful if you are a newly engaged couple, which I think obviously we're in January. A lot of people have gotten engaged, especially in our own actual family and friend group. At least for me personally, a lot of people have gotten engaged this year, or this past month. I think that's really good to do, is to at least go to 4, because they also give a lot of vendors, a lot of venues are giving like a lot of documents and stuff like that you can use, and they include like helpful tips and questions to ask. That's like that they have on like their FAQ page that you can use and ask those questions at different venues. So personally, like, I think that's a good idea for, you know, newly engaged couples to do, is to go to at least 4, and then you find new questions to ask, which we did, and we ended up finding out more information, and some of them were answers we didn't want to hear, but you know, at the end of the day, it's their venue. They got it. They go with how, you know, how they want to run it.
Yeah.
The one this morning, I think I said previously, I think that one's definitely out. And the one yesterday, as beautiful that was, it's more expensive than I think our number 1.
Well, I think our number 1, like with the date that we're looking at, the time we're looking at, it's going to be a much more doable financially than anywhere else.
Right, and
that we've viewed. So
yeah, he and I don't want an expensive wedding. Granted, I know weddings are expensive to begin with, but we're trying to find ways to make it a little more budget, but it still be beautiful and still be very elegant and nice. So that's why I think we're also leaning towards that one. And I don't know, we for us, like, we would rather spend a lot of money, you know, towards a down payment on a house than, you know, having a $60,000 wedding.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at with that, and I think I highly recommend that as well. If that's, you know, what you're going for in your style, especially with us, at least I'm a little more hands-on and crafty, so I can make a lot of stuff, and then a lot of people in my family are too, and they have offered to make stuff for us. So yeah, that's where we're at. So I think this evening we'll have a decision made, so we will have a date, and then yeah, the madness will begin.